Hi children, this is Suresh. Welcome to physical science class. Dear children, in the previous class we have learnt that effect of temperature on change of state of a matter. And also in the previous class we have learnt that water has a strange behavior. Okay? Let's recall what we have learnt in the previous class and then we shall continue our next topics. Children, you know that temperature affects the change of state of matter. Let us consider the example. Take a ordinary water. When water, that means liquid, is cooled to 0 degrees centigrade, it is transformed into ice. Means it changes from liquid state to solid state. Or if the water is heated to 100 degrees centigrade, it begins to boil and goes into the gaseous state. Means it changes into vapor state. Okay. If the water is cooled to 0 degrees centigrade, it is transformed into ice. Means it changes from its state liquid to solid state. And if the water is heated to 100 degrees centigrade, it changes its state from gaseous state to vapor state. Okay. And on cooling, the water vapor gradually passes into liquid state and finally to the solid state. Okay. If you cooling, the water vapor gradually passes into liquid state, means it changes its state from gaseous state to liquid state. And finally if you cool the liquid also and it finally comes to the state of solid, means it changes from it changes its state from liquid state to solid state. So from this example we can say that matter changes its state with the change in temperature. Okay, matter changes its state with the change in the temperature. That's why we can say that there is a effect of temperature on the change of state of a matter. And also in the previous class we have learned that water has a strange behavior. Generally a liquid expands when it is heated, but water behaves differently. Means between 4 degrees centigrade to between 0 degrees centigrade to 4 degrees centigrade, its volume shrinks. Means same amount of water in the solid ice occupies more volume than the liquid water. And this nature is very important for the survival of marine life which lives in ponds in the colder areas. Okay. About this topic we have discussed more detail in the previous class. If you want to know more in more detail, you can listen my previous audio or you can read the textbook in page number 39. Okay. Now in the class the new topics that we are going to be discussed are melting point, the process of melting, boiling point, and the process of boiling and the latent heat. Okay. Children, for understanding these topics, let us consider an example, that is, take about 200 grams of ice in a beaker. Take a beaker and take 200 grams of ice in that beaker. Now take a thermometer and insert the bulb of the thermometer in the bulk of the ice. Note the reading, it should be 0 degree centigrade. Now heat the beaker with a burner slowly. Ice begins to melt, but the temperature still reads 0 degree centigrade. Children, in this case you will observe that at the stage of ice cubes, 0 degree the thermometer shows the reading 0 degree centigrade. Now we are supplying the heat to the ice cubes, and in this case also thermometer shows the reading 0 degree centigrade. Okay, there is no change in the thermometer reading. On the further heating, temperature of the water starts rising and finally reaches to 100 degree centigrade. Okay, on further heating, temperature of the water starts rising and finally reaches to 100 degrees centigrade. Now water starts to boil, but the temperature remains fixed at 100 degree centigrade till all the liquid is converted into vapor. Okay, water starts to boil, but the temperature remains fixed at 100 degrees centigrade till all the liquid is converted into vapor. Children, in this example you will observe that there are two stages. In those two stages there is no change in the temperature. They are at first 0 degree centigrade and the second one 100 degree centigrade. At the first stage, there is no change in the temperature. Even we supply the heat to the ice cubes. Children, think carefully why this happening. Let me explain. Heating increases the kinetic energy of the particles of the solid ice. As a result, the vibration of the particles about their mean position of rest is also increased. Okay. Heating increases the kinetic energy of the particles of the solid. As a result, the vibration of the particles about their mean position of the rest is also increased. The heat energy which is supplied is consumed in overcoming the intermolecular forces of the attraction existing between the particles. That is why the temperature recorded in the thermometer shows no change. Okay. Children, you know that there exists a intermolecular attraction forces between the particles. That means in the solid ice there are strong attraction forces between the particles, and if we supply heat to the ice cubes, the heat provided to the particles of the ice used by the particles of solid to overcoming the attraction forces between the particles. By supplying the heat to the particles of the solid, the particles used this heat energy to reveal the attraction forces between the particles. Then they reveal from the attraction forces. That's why the substance changes state from solid state to liquid state. So at this stage there is no change in the temperature because the heat supplied to the solid ice is used up for changing its state. That's why we can't observe the temperature change in the thermometer. And also at the stage of 100 degrees centigrade, in that stage also there is no change in the thermometer, because in this stage also water uses this heat energy to change its state from liquid to gaseous state. That's why you will observe that there is no change in the thermometer reading till all the liquid is converted into vapor. At this stage, this temperature that we supply to the water is used up for changing its state from liquid state to gaseous state. Children, you observe that at the 0 degree centigrade there is no change in the thermometer reading. Means at this stage solid ice converted into liquid state. So that's why this is called melting point of ice. Okay, 0 degree centigrade is the melting point of ice. Let's have a look on the definition of melting point. The temperature at which a solid goes into liquid state at atmospheric pressure is known as melting point of the solid. The temperature at which a solid goes into liquid state at atmospheric pressure is known as melting point of ice. Okay, the melting point of ice is 0 degrees centigrade or 273.15 Kelvin. And the conversion of solid into liquid called fusion of the solid, and the process of conversion of solid into liquid is called fusion of the solid or melting of solid. Now we are going to learn about the latent heat. Children, in the activity that we have discussed just now, we observed that the heat energy absorbed by ice without showing any rise in temperature, that heat is used up in changing the state by overcoming the forces of attraction among the particles. So from this we can understand that there is a need of heat for changing the state from solid to liquid state. Okay, and the heat required is called latent heat of melting or latent heat of fusion. Okay, for changing the state from solid to liquid state, there is a need of temperature, there is a need of heat energy, and that heat energy required for the change of its state from solid state to liquid state is called latent heat of melting or latent heat of fusion. Okay, so we define the latent heat of fusion as follows: the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of a solid completely into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point. Okay, I repeat the definition of latent heat. Latent heat of fusion is defined as the amount of heat energy required to change 1 kg of solid completely into liquid at atmospheric pressure at its melting point. Okay, now we are going to learn about the boiling point and the process of boiling. Children, in the activity we observe that on the further heating, the particles of liquid gain more energy and begin to vibrate more vigorously. They become so energetic that they break the intermolecular forces of attraction. They are now free to leave the liquid and go into the gaseous state. The liquid then begins to boil. Okay, children, at which temperature the liquid begins to boiling? Yes, at 100 degrees centigrade the liquid changes its state from liquid state to gaseous state. Okay, so that's why we can define the boiling point of the liquid is the temperature at which a liquid is converted into gas or vapor is known as boiling point of the liquid. The temperature at which a liquid is converted into gas or vapor is known as the boiling point of the liquid. So in the ice cube activity we observe that at the 0 degree centigrade ice cubes starts to melting. That's why that is melting point of ice. So children, tell me now, what is the melting point of ice? 0 degree Celsius. And on the further heating, the liquid changes its state from liquid to gaseous state, and this happens when the temperature reaches the 100 degrees centigrade. Okay, so from we can say that boiling point of water is 100 degree centigrade, means at this stage water changes its state from liquid to gaseous state. That's why the boiling point of water is 100 degree centigrade. Okay, so at normal pressure the boiling point of water is 100 degree centigrade. Okay, so these are very important. What is the boiling point of water? That is 100 degree centigrade. What is the melting point of ice? That is 0. And now we are going to learn about the latent heat of vaporization of liquid. We already learned that latent heat of melting, and now we are going to learn about the latent heat of vaporization of liquid. Okay, children, we have seen that during boiling the temperature of liquid does not rise despite heating. Instead, the supplied heat energy goes to raise the kinetic energy of the particles. When the particles acquire enough energy, they overcome the attractive forces of other particles and go into vapor state. As the heat energy received by the liquid remains hidden inside the bulk of the liquid, it is called the latent heat of vaporization. Okay, the heat energy received by the liquid remains hidden inside the bulk of the liquid and it is called the latent heat of vaporization. So we can define the latent heat of vaporization like the amount of heat energy absorbed when 1 kg of a substance changes from liquid to vapor at its boiling point is called the latent heat of vaporization of the liquid. Okay, the amount of heat energy absorbed when 1 kg of a substance changes from liquid to vapor at its boiling point is called the latent heat of vaporization of the liquid. Okay.